Time travel is possible, or at least theorized to be so, with overwhelmingly convincing experimental evidence. That doesn't seem right at first. We don't experience disturbances in time in our everyday lives. But I'm here to show you that the universe is a lot more than it seems, and because of this, physics can be really fascinating. So, imagine I'm playing catch, all right? Except I'm in pitch black space, and I'm in a spaceship. All right, here's my spaceship. Let's say Mark, let's call this Mark as a bystander, and he measures my spaceship to be going about 40 miles per hour, all right? And let's see, me and my spaceship, I'm going to throw this ball to my friend over here who's going to catch it. And this ball from inside my spaceship, I measure to be going 20 miles per hour. But to Mark, the velocity of the spaceship is added on, so the ball is going faster at about 60, all right? And let's say you were this ball, midair, well, not air because there's no air in space. Let's say you woke up. You all of a sudden became sentient. You could measure speeds, and you'd think when you woke up that you were all of a sudden you were still in space, and that this spaceship were going backwards from you, and so is Mark, and Mark would be going backwards faster. So that's all to say that you don't know who's moving, you don't know who's staying still. It's all relative. All right, everything's relative. But here's where it gets crazy. Okay, let's say I turned on the headlights to my spaceship. That light would shoot forward at 670,616,629 miles per hour. All right, and that's a constant speed no matter who's measuring it. The ball, Mark, me, and the spaceship, we're all going different speeds, but somehow we all think light is going the same. All right, so that doesn't seem, maybe that doesn't seem super crazy yet, but trust me, it is. All right, so let's say Darth Vader, call this Darth Vader, is chasing Luke Skywalker in his X-wing. All right, Darth Vader's in his TIE fighter. Darth Vader, let's call this a laser. He shoots a laser, which itself is light, and that rockets forward at the speed of light, whatever, 670 million miles per hour. That's really fast. That's a lot faster than Darth Vader. And let's say that Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker are going very close to the speed of light, flying very close to the speed of light. So for Darth Vader, a few moments, hits Luke's ship explodes, whatever. Let's say all of us were watching from a very far off planet, okay? Because Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader are going very close to the speed of light, the laser for us the flight would be very awkward, okay? Imagine they're moving very close to the speed of light. The laser would look like this because it goes itself at the speed of light. It would just take very long to hit. It would just be a very awkward fight, or chase. And so that's all to say. The fight for Darth Vader took a moment, and for us, it could have taken several minutes to hit, however long. So that's all to say. That's extremely important to realize because we realize then that Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker, I guess, moved forward in time by traveling that fast. All right, that's a crazy thing to realize. So there's actually some fancy equations we can use um, to express this and calculate some really cool things. So let's say I wanted to travel 100 years into the future. We can find out how fast I need to go. For 1 second, I would need to travel 670,616,626 miles per hour. That's fast enough to go around the Earth 7.5 times in 1 second. So if anyone decides to try this at home, you'd end up in the year 2120. So when one travels that fast, the other classical laws of physics begin to break. So speed is composed of distance per unit time. So when time is messed up, the distance gets pretty messed up as well. So when you travel really fast, not only is the time shortened, but distance is also shortened. So let's say you wanted to make that trip 7.5 times around the Earth in 1 second. Everyone else would have measured you. Each time you went around the Earth, they would think you were going 40,000 kilometers. But each time you went around the Earth, for you, you would actually only have gone 1.3 centimeters. All right, that's half the average width, about half the average width of the adult thumb. And so let's say me, weighing about 145 pounds, wanted to make that trip. I would accumulate the same energy as 300 trillion nuclear bombs. So let's say any of you decide to go home, travel around the Earth 7.5 times in 1 second, try this to go forward in time. Just really be careful because if you trip and fall, you could literally devastate the entire planet. So what I've shown you is only a small sample of how fascinating physics is. I've shown you how basic intuitions and things we hold certain actually aren't, like the passage of time or distance. Reality is insane, complex, and obscure. Something as simple and everyday as light breaks our very understanding of the universe. I say this: let yourself be fascinated with even the smallest things, because there's wonder to be found in even the simplest ones. Thank you.